Hi, welcome to a video of my flea market finds for Sunday, November 3rd, 2024. Part 2 of the weekend. I thought I could fit it in one video in the previous video, but I realized it was too long, so here's a short video of my find for today, because we're still Sunday. Some guy had a binder full of like protective sleeves, transparent sheets, where each page had sheet music, French sheet music from France, like 30s and 40s stuff, but unfortunately stuff that for which the records are worthless. I have like I'm trying to remember the names I saw that I wasn't interested. Lucienne Delille, Luis Mariano, Tino Rossi, nothing interesting. One Michel, not Michel, but what's his name? Charles Trenet. Michel. But one popped to. I saw this one. Oh, Henri Salvador. I collect all of Henri Salvador's records, and to find a sheet music this old, I think it's from the late 40s, if I'm not mistaken. Whoops. So this is this I thought this was in the binder in a separate slide, so I knew it went with it, so I took it and put it there. Actually, this is complete as is. This is the reproduction of the same, so it came with 2 copies, I guess, for people to sing along. And in the back, excerpts of other songs, Chapel. So this is pretty old. No idea how much the man wanted for. I decided to be generous and offered $2. He started laughing, said sure. He was the guy who picks up stuff left and right and like sells it, like. And so $2. I was glad to get this for $2 because I have a hard time finding sheet music that goes well with my collection. So to find this was great for me. So that broke the ice. Then because at this time of the year it's really cold outside and everything, and we're in November, the type of sellers are sellers who get rid of like lots they have, or to make space in their storage before the winter, before the season is over. So they dump stuff and sell it for cheap. So a guy had like all kinds of stuff, but 2 big boxes and a lot of DVDs. I don't really look for DVDs, but the guy had a whole bunch of CDs. Some on the table were not very interesting, but he had one specific box on the ground, and it was someone's collection, because they were more or less in order: jazz, soundtracks, classical. Anyway, so I got these 9 CDs. And I got Esquivel, Space Age Bachelor Pad Music. Yay! Great Esquivel compilation. This one I was glad. Dimitri from Paris, because I'm a Delight fan. I have a Sacré Bleu on CD, but I don't have this one. A Night at the Playboy Mansion. I think it's 2000. 2000 exactly, yes. Love Supreme, John Coltrane. I could not remember. I'm pretty sure I have it on CD, but I wasn't sure. So I decided to get it. I probably have it on CD, because I know I don't have it on vinyl. This I had on CD in an incredible lot that I got from a charity bazaar several years ago. But I remembered that my booklet was ruined by somebody writing a whole bunch of notes in pen on the front here and somewhere else on, I think, in the back. So just for the upgrade of the booklet, it was worth getting it again. Ascenseur pour l'échafaud, Miles Davis. Bird's Best Pop on Verb, Charlie Parker. So yeah, it's a compilation, but Bop, Parker, sure. Dave Brubeck Quartet. Which one is that? Oh, the West Side Story, yes. Music from West Side Story. Dave Brubeck Quartet. This was funny because when I was just looking at the titles, I didn't know what this was. But when I started taking out, because there was 2 rows of CDs in the box, you have to take the top row off to see the bottom row. This was like piled up on the ground, because I was on the ground and not even on a table. It was cold. I was like, anyway. I saw this. I said, whoa, what is this? Then I start looking. Aha! And then I realized what it was. Like, it's a compilation from 2005 of rare 60s 45s from France. And I just tested it. I said, is there a Christine Pilzer? Yeah, Christine Pilzer song right here, Café Crème. Remember this summer, or earlier at the beginning of the summer, I think, I got a 45 well, not all beat up, but slightly scratched. And I paid a big whopping $2 for the 45, and in its condition, it's worth over $100. Well, that's Christine Pilzer, so I know this will be cool. So this is, yep. Then this I got interested. I should have put those two first because they're not as spectacular. But this is interesting enough for me, at least. Gershwin plays Gershwin, the piano rolls. So I check, yes, Rhapsody in Blue is there, 14 minutes. So he did record some, he made records back then, but he also recorded some piano rolls. So you would put the roll in the mechanical piano, it would play the song, and it was actually a recorded performance by, in this case, George Gershwin. And finally, yeah, I ended with the worst one, a very common one, but I'd never seen it on CD. Actually, I had two different editions of the same CD. I got this one. Just to have Skybird, the 1 minute and 12 second version, instrumental version, that played a lot on the radio when I was a kid. It's just 1 minute and 12 seconds, but it's so, oh my god, I love that. The 70s is crystallized in a handful of songs for me, and that was a song I heard all the time. I suspect it was used as a filler on the radio, or I don't know. So I got these 9 CDs. Okay, how much? He said 50 cents each. Oop, I was ready to pay $9, so I paid $4.50. Walk around, check other tables. I start picking up the ones I left behind, and then my next purchase was actually at the same table. When I came back to pick some CDs and double check the box, the cool box, the ones on the table were no good for me, and I decided to take 4 more CDs at 50 cents. So I'm not even a huge fan of Madonna, but I picked these 2 Madonna CDs that I didn't have. Madonna American Life, 50 cents. And Madonna Remixed and Revisited. Not a huge fan of remixes, but then I saw Your Honesty unreleased song. So okay, well I have a new song, so 50 cents, sure, why not? So I got those 2. This interesting soundtrack of Last Tango in Paris, Le Dernier Tango à Paris, Marlon Brando, and it's a good label, Rico, with the slightly greenish jewel case. The only other one I have like that, Rico soundtrack, is Carrie, which I love, Carrie. And this I can't believe how I passed over this one the first time. This is the trio, Kenny Clark, the jazz trio of Hank Jones with Kenny Clark, Wendell Marshall, bass, drum, and it's a Japanese import from 1992, and Monorail, Savoy Jazz. I said, oh yeah, that was an easy choice too. So I got these 4 more CDs for $2. So yeah, and I left some really cool ones that I didn't need. The second time they were gone, I left Take 5 by Dave Brubeck, which I already have on CD, and I left behind some what's the title again? Miles Davis' biggest album, Kind of Blue, something like that. I don't know what's going on with my brain right now. My Kind of Blue. And you know which one I mean. Well, I have the CD already. I already have it on CD twice. A regular one, like the one I saw, and an upgraded one with the extra track. So I didn't need a first copy. I left it behind, and somebody else is enjoying them right now. And then after that, I got I think I got one more purchase. Oh yeah. A guy had a bunch of, and let's talk about the stuff I resisted buying. A guy had a Viking record player, portable in quotation mark because it was a huge case, and the front speaker was so cool, but it was big, like a big case, and I almost took it. It was a 4-speed record player with a flipping needle at the end of the big arm, and it's an automatic changer. You had in the box, a small box, a what I think was a spare needle, and it was $20. It's so big, I don't need it. Like, does the needle? I have nothing to test the 78 needle. He even told me I could plug it, and at the we have to walk a certain place there to plug stuff and test it. I kind of regret a little bit, but not too much, because like I said, I don't have room for another record player unless I have a good reason to add it to my collection, like memories or stuff. So I'm proud of saving $20, saving a lot of space, because there was a guy that came in just after me, and he told me he was interested. He told me, if you're not taking it, I'm taking it. I said, oh, okay, well, perfect, go ahead. Like, you saved me $20 and a lot of space in my basement. So he was happy. And then, like I said, my last purchase of the day, the guy had a whole bunch of more or less rare or interesting board games. I resisted buying a second edition of Beat the Clock with cool graphics, and the box was in great shape, but I don't have any room to start collecting board games. But there was one board game, smaller box, I could not resist getting because I've never seen it. It was only $5. It's backwards. All in the Family, Archie Bunker's card game. And the box makes me laugh as well. It's just too bad there's some sort of trace of something on his face here. Something got stuck. Milton Bradley. And the instructions are there. Some cards here. These things. Huh. 4 markers. Some cards. All in the Family. I'm curious to know what these things are, like how it's played. Number of tricks you think you can take, place on table beside it. Okay. Can't wait to see what it's about, but this is the box itself. So yeah, I've never seen this, so I got this for $5. So that was my weekend, well, my Sunday if you just watched this one video, but if you watched the previous one as well, you saw the other things I got this weekend. So like this thing I'm going to end on. RCA. Anyway, so thanks for watching.